Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cast from me, Wardí, from SC2 Improve. I hope your day has been good. Mine has been, and we're going to be going into a TvT in Wings of Liberty right now. So, I've actually just been casting a few HOTS replays, and now it's time for Wings of Liberty replay just to ease off the casting session. So, this is going to be a TvT, and in the bottom right hand corner we do have our red Terran player, durpidurpi. I love that name, durpidurpi. He's got no shame, he knows he's a bit derpy. It's a little bit of a funny name as well. It's not just derpy, it's like durpidurpi. I like it. I like this guy's name. So, he is the red Terran player in the bottom right hand corner. In the upper left hand corner we do have our blue Terran player, who I got this replay from reddit.com/r/casted, a great little subreddit. If you don't know about it, you should check it out. You can submit your own replays and get them casted, or you can choose to cast others' replays. He is the blue Terran player in the top left hand corner. He is Viper, and I do believe he said that this is a diamond level play, so he's going to open up with these barracks at the front. In fact, both players are going to open up with their barracks at the front of their bases, so instantly they're both going to want to kind of deny any kind of scouting from their opponent, and in fact both of them scouting at the same time as the SCVs did a little bit of a kiss as they went past, although it looks like durpidurpi is going to be the first player to deviate, and it's going to be quite early on, of course, taking this gas on the 13 supply mark. And that means he's going to open himself up to a few more options, especially compared to Viper, who is just going for a gasless play, most likely going to expand and then play from there. durpidurpi, he's been a little bit preoccupied with, attacking SCVs. I didn't come check the gas. He will get in here in time though to see this is a gasless play and see that and know exactly what he's up against now as this SCV actually goes down. ViperXk is actually going to be able to escape with his SCV. And he's actually just going to check the natural just in case, but most importantly he saw that gas, so he knows what's up, and he saw not a 15 gas going down that quickly, so nice little opening from Viper. Sees pretty much everything he could want to see right now, as it's going to be durpidurpi. He's going to be playing aggressively, and we're expecting to see Viper going for his expansion sometime soon, as his SCV right now just going to take the tower, although durpidurpi looks like he's got a similar idea for his marines, so immediately this is going to spell bad news for poor little SCV over here if he's not going to notice, but he is going to notice. Viper, he likes his SCV, he's not going to give him a bad day, and as this marine gets here he's going to see in the distance Mr. SCV retreating safely home to probably be killed later in the day by some kind of oh wait, this isn't Heart of the Storm, you can't just have bad drops. Okay, that's not so bad anymore. Maybe he will survive. Viper, of course, throwing that expansion down on the low ground right now, and he's pulling a couple of the marines up here, and now durpidurpi, it's his turn to try and save his marines, as this one takes a little bit of damage, but he's going to be able to get away. Viper just outnumbering here. Can durpidurpi get back to his ramp? Can he save his marine here? Is he going to be able to use his high ground advantage? Is he? Viper's actually putting on a lot of aggression here. durpidurpi in a little bit of trouble, as a reactor's coming down on a factory from durpidurpi, and Viper's actually going to get in the base here, and a Hellion starts up instantly, but Viper's actually going to do a little bit of damage with this. He's going to be able to pick off some SCVs. Their marines are on very low health, and more than anything this is just a little bit of a miscontrol by our Terran player durpidurpi, letting his marines take so much damage, but as the Hellions come out he's going to be able to clean this up, but he took a lot of damage from this. 5 workers killed, in fact, maybe even a couple more here, as the last SCVs try and just surviving there on minimal health, and this marine is now going to be cleaned up as well. So Viper getting 5 SCVs right there, losing 2 of his own. Actually a really cool little engagement there, a little bit interesting, something we don't actually see every day, so really cool little moves. And to talk a bit about what players are actually doing, durpidurpi, he's going to be getting his starport down, he's getting his Hellions out as well, and he's getting his marines off the reactor, but Viper saw this, he knows exactly what's up, he saw that this is a starport, he saw that this is producing Hellions, so he knows this is probably going to be some kind of Hellion drop play or marine Hellion elevator play, which is fantastic on this map for getting into the natural with, because you can elevate it up here and avoid the bunker. In the main base it's kind of okay as well, because you can come in from this location and come up here, so the Hellions right now for durpidurpi are just going to be taking a little bit of map control. You know, they're just going to be sitting at this tower. It might be good to split them up, send one to each tower, but he's not going to hold that tower for too long because the medevac's on the way out, and as the medevac comes out, he's obviously going to be looking to push across the map and do a little bit of damage. And he's got a double gas up behind this, which means, hey, I want to go into maybe cloaked banshees after this, some kind of heavy follow-up tech. So, and there is actually the tech lab instantly coming down on that starport, and he might even just go for full-on one base all in, adding on tanks as well. But we'll have to wait and see. As a couple of Marines right now from Viper, they're going to actually miss these first couple of Hellions, but they will see these second Hellions moving out, and suddenly Viper's actually being very bold moving his units across the map right now. He needs to come back home because off of a 1 Rax FE you need as many units as possible to defend any kind of aggression, and well, having 4 Marines out on the map, losing 2 Marines early, losing his other 3 Marines even earlier, means that durpidurpi could maybe do some damage here, loading up the Marines right now. Gonna try and come and drop right now. Gonna try and use his Hellions on the low ground for some support. But well, the Marines are actually gonna target down that medevac, and that more or less shuts down this aggression. The Hellions on the low ground not able to help out at all, and Viper gonna be able to clean this up very, very nicely. Good target firing on the medevac, and durpidurpi's left with 4 Hellions which can't do anything at all because of the complete wall off at Viper's front. Viper thought ahead, thought about the possibilities here, and actually look at this, great decision making again. Gonna come in here and try and deny the cloak research on the Banshee, but realizing, hey, that probably won't go down, he can repair that. Let's try and get some more SCVs. A great counter attack by Viper, utilizing his Marines out on the map. 4 SCVs going down, a Hellion as well for these Marines. Really great trade by Viper, great decision to counter attack, really kind of fast thinking and decision making to do that. And also he scouted that, hey, my opponent's still on one base, my opponent's getting cloak, he's got a tech lab on his factory, he's probably going to follow up with cloak sheaths and a siege tank push, and so he's preparing for that. His turrets are going down, he's got scans saved as well, so he's going to be able to scan instantly, pick us off. This first Banshee actually takes a pretty big hit there. Cloak does now just finish, and he's going to try and head into the main with this, as you can see coming in there, but instantly being found by a turret, and oh, the Marines just don't get it there. The Banshee going to escape on 8 health, and he can't afford going back in at all, because one scan going to pick that off so quickly, and he's going to come back home, probably get repaired, as Banshee number 2 heads on out across the map. And well, you know, Viper's got nice turret placements up, he's also got his stim pack up as well, he's starting to get medevacs out, and he's also investing in combat shields, so he's going to be very well prepared for any eventual push that comes from durpidurpi. I think durpidurpi realizes he hasn't done the damage necessary to really make a push a viable option here, and so he is just taking an expansion of his own at his natural, as a Banshee spots the drop coming in from Viper, so he should be able to prepare for this pretty nicely, and already moving a lot of his units to the top left here as this Banshee comes in again, and we could see the stim right now. In fact, not even the stim going down, durpidurpi losing that Banshee. A little bit sloppy there, of course. Should have been able to cloak that at least and force a scan, but nope, lost it completely. Just maybe didn't pay attention to it for that slightest of moments, and that can of course make the difference between having an alive Banshee and a dead Banshee. Durpidurpi moves back a little bit, going to allow Viper to actually unload here. He's just going to wait for Viper to run in here, and you know, that's a great decision. In fact, sieging up right now means that as soon as these Marines come in, he can take it down, but no, great decision making by Viper. Really smart to run one Marine ahead, see what's actually in the base before committing with this drop, and well, durpidurpi, despite preparing for the drop, isn't going to be able to kill it off, and Viper's just going to keep this in the corner. In fact, he's going to come back into the mineral line, so the threat of the drop is not over at all. We're going to see it hitting this mineral line very hard very soon, as durpidurpi's completely repositioned himself to the front of his base, and he's really far behind right now. His stim pack's on the way. The only thing he's got an advantage with is the siege tanks and this positional kind of defense they can give him at the front, but if he's caught out of position by drops and whatever, he's going to have a hard time, as these Marines are going to be able to target fire down a supply depot. They already got, I believe, he's actually going to get a Banshee as well, gets the medevac too, sorry, the Hellion, but durpidurpi will clean up this attack, and the medevac will just about escape. So nice from Viper, denies some mining time, picks up a couple more SCVs, and again, slowly throughout the game, just killing more and more SCVs. And one of the more important things as well, he's pulled this army into the main base, and you know that what that means? It means that durpidurpi doesn't have much defense down here at the natural, and what's this over here? It's a drop ship. So durpidurpi, he's actually just moved back down to his natural. Is he going to be able to defend this drop? Yes, he is, and Viper going to be able to pick up out of this, but doing a lot of damage anyway, just trading very, very efficient. Even picking up off the Vikings, that is dropship, his medevac, can get out of there safely, and well, if he just takes them dropships back home right now, maybe regroups with his army, he's probably got a pretty decent force to kind of attack down the map with. Durpidurpi doesn't have the economy to invest into turrets right now, so if Viper just keeps up this kind of aggressive drop play, he can definitely find some openings. He'll definitely be able to find some way of doing something. Durpidurpi is actually moving out on the map, and I'm not really sure if this is a good decision for him, because his army right now is completely kind of positional and defensively like based. That's what it's strong at, and he's moving out with 5 tanks and a handful of marines. And I mean, Viper, he can pretty much with any kind of concave should be able to just stim in here and kill this off, but Durpidurpi maybe just reckons, hey, I'm too far behind, I'll have to make something happen. And here we go, Viper's going to come in and engage here. The tanks are sieging, but nice concave from Viper, going to be able to run in, and that's what I'm talking about. All of these tanks going to go down right now, and Durpidurpi stood no chance at all. Great split by Viper, getting in fantastic concave. Look at the medevac count now, 6 medevacs, 7 medevacs, marines, tanks going to push across the map. Better upgrades for Viper, and well, what's back at home for Durpidurpi? He just lost 5 tanks. That was his whole army. He was behind in economy. He's behind in economy, but not only was behind in economy, he was only ahead in tech, and he's just lost all of his tech. And GG is called Viper going for the stim up the ramp there to end the game, and that's when Durpidurpi does tap out. So thank you very much, Viper, for giving us this replay on r/cast it and giving me the opportunity to have a go at it. I hope you enjoyed the cast. If you enjoyed my casting, please do consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/sc2improve, or checking out in general my Twitter to see when I am streaming, casting, or just uploading VODs at any time. You can follow me on Twitter at sc2_improve, and again, I am Wardí from sc2improve, sc2improve.org. Thanks for tuning in, anyone who watched this cast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the near future for the next one. So for me, for now, goodbye and